Hello and welcome to GH Driver 2's video series Discovery of the Week. And this week we're showing you what we found, what we discovered in the auto industry, and so that we can think about it, enjoy it, and pave way for an in-depth analysis of what we discovered. So take a sneak peek at what I found and then take a good look. I would introduce you to this, and then I will review the costs of owning it. We'll also review the history and how these particular antiques came to be. I mean, in the General Motors lineup, and the specifications and what it is today. So if you want all of that, just stick around and let's do this for the next 10 minutes, okay? Yeah, so what you saw is a 1961 Chevrolet Impala SS 409 bubble rooftop in Ghana, Accra here. Yes, right here in Ghana, on Ghana soil. It's an antique. To me, from a certain angle, it looks more like a space shuttle from a different planet. But like I said, it is a 1961 Chevrolet Impala Super Sports Edition 409 bubble rooftop that we're looking at. So it's a classic, it's an antique, and I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about it if you are interested. So stick around if you are. Now, it's a third generation of the Chevrolet Impalas. They have actually had 10 generations of it starting from 1958. So there's been 2 generations prior to what we are looking at and 6 generations after. Okay, so what you're looking at is the 1961 SS. A special edition is actually one of 456 in number that were produced. Then again, listen carefully. Out of the 456 Impala Super Sports that were built in 1961, General Motors picked up 142 of these pieces and fitted them with 409 cubic inch turbo fire V8 engines, which produced 360 horsepower and mated it to a 4-speed manual transmission floor shifter at the time. These were 142 out of the 456, and so this is one of 142 and one of 456, which makes it one of the rarest SSs in the world. Yet we have it in here. So let's just dilate. Now let me just highlight some of the spots on this car. This particular one I'm sure has the rims modified, so it's probably running on a 20-inch deep sink chrome rim, low profile tires. As you can see, it sports a quad headlights, and you've got 6 split tail lights, 3 on each side, which is in a chrome bracketed space. It's got 2 rear antennas. It's got push button radio. I didn't say push to start, please. It's push button radio. It's got a bench seat, and one interesting thing about this car is that it's got a rear tuxedo black with red and white interior, which is unique to this car, and it sets them apart from the other 456 pieces. Okay, so these are a few of the things. It's a 2-door sedan with a rooftop, as we've said. Yes, so let me tell you a little bit about it. The new body styling, I've told you 2 generations existed before this one, which makes it the 3rd one. So this is different from the previous generations because this is more trim and boxy in nature, different from the 58 and the 60s. And then this Sport Coupe sedan has a bubbleback roofline, which is different from the previous generation, and sports a 2-door pillared sedan, which is also different. Now, the Super Sports versions, which is the SS, only debuted in 61 for these ones. Now, the reason why it has 409 in its naming is because in 1961, we know the Beach Boys, they produced a single song which was a hit, which carried the tag 409, and because it was a hit, Chevy added it to their branding. Of course, the engine cubic capacity was also 409, so it became a part of his naming. But it also has the bench seat and then fender skirts on the fenders. Then again, if you look on the dashboard, it has the column mounted 7,000 RPM sun tachometer with the passenger by assist also in the car. So these are a few of the things that they put in. The paint job and the trim were the 900 and then 873 paint job coats. Okay, so these are a few things that I can talk about on this vehicle, and you can see it for yourself at this point. Let me just move on and throw more light on the various configurations for the Impalas from the 60s coming up. Now, when you take a an Impala, you have six different body styles to choose from, same as the powertrain, which is the engine configurations. And so with the six body styles, you have the two-door convertible, you have the two-door sedan, you have the two-door hardtop, and then you have the four-door hardtop, four-door sedan, and then the four-door station wagon. What we have is a two-door sedan with the bubble rooftop, as we have been discussing all along. With the powertrains, we have six different configurations, starting from a 3.8 liter turbo thrift inline six cylinder, which is a 3.8 liter engine capacity engine, through to 7.0 liter Z11 V8 engines. Okay, so we have six configurations along the line, but what we have is the second biggest engine, which is the 409 cubic inch 6.7 liter turbo thrust V8 engine. That's what you have under the hood of what we are looking at. And then that is mated to a 4-speed manual power glider, and in other configurations a 3-speed automatic transmission. You are probably wondering how much this old school beautiful car may cost you, or how big a hole will it leave in your pocket, assuming you want to get one. Yes, you can. If you check Cars Classic auctions, it ranges between $12,000 for a motorable one to $145,000 for a motorable one showroom piece. Okay, so within that range, you should be able to afford one. So between $12,000 to $140,000, you should be able to get a good one if you are interested in that. Okay, now I would circle back and give you the history of the Impalas quickly, so that we can wrap the whole conversation up. And the Impala name was first used for a full-size 1956 General Motorama show car that bore covered-like design cues, especially in the grille. Now, it was a concept, and the name Impala was actually named after an African graceful antelope, and this animal became the car's initial logos from that time. The concept one was painted emerald green metallic. I'll show it to you. Just hold on. I'll show it to you on the screen. And then it was interior coated white. So green, emerald metallic green exterior color, and then white interior. And this concept vehicle that was shown in '56 became the basic design development for the Impalas 7 months down the line when it was showcased. Now, the Chevrolet Impala is a car built by Chevrolet for the model years of 1958 through to 2020. It was actually a full-size sedan all along until 2000 and 2013, when it was reclassified as a mid-size sedan but was reverted to a full-size sedan. And this was Chevrolet's popular flagship passenger car and was among the better-selling American-made automobiles in the United States. So I'll just show you a photo of the concept car that became the foundation for these Impalas and how they look like, the engine and all that. So those are the pictures coming up. So just take a good look and think around it. Okay, so basically that is what it is. And like I said, there's been 10 generations, over 50 years for these cars. I am telling you about the first generation. We are looking at a third generation, and I'm just going to show you a 2020 version of it, which is a 10th generation, and how it looks like. That will actually inform your perspective of how design and design languages have changed in the industry from then to now. And you probably might be wondering what the engineers and the designers were thinking when they were designing it, but I think it's dramatically designed. But it was a classic of the time. It was a beauty. And imagine if you were living in 1961, would you have spent $1 or anything on buying this? I'm sure that some of the answers will be yes, some of them will be no. But if I were living in that time, man, what was I going to do? What was I going to do? I don't know. But I think generally it's an antique. It's a classic. Whoever owned this particular one took good care of it, and it still looks as neat, as beautiful, as nice as it was 1961. Okay, so I'm going to wrap it up by telling you a few of the awards that these cars have chalked in the years. And I'll begin with Motor Trend Magazine Awards, the full-size Chevrolet, including the Impala, as its 1977 Car of the Year. Again, Automotive Fleet and Business Fleet magazines awarded the Impala the 2006, 7, and 8 Fleet Car of the Year. And finally, CAA, the Canadian Automobile Association, selected the Impala for its 2007-6 Pyramid Award for environmental initiative for the launch of its new ethanol powered E85 models. So, fellows and folks, this is what it is that the Chevy Impala is about. Anytime you find it, you know what it's about, okay? So that's what we've discussed. If you got any ideas that you think we should have used, you can put it in the comment section. If you got any criticisms and comments, you can still put it in the comment section and then we'll look at it. However, we are grateful that you spend your time going through the discovery of the week with us, and we appreciate it. We hope we meet you same time next week, and have a great day. Enjoy yourself. Bye bye.